A boy was just playing with his father using a toy gun, but unexpectedly, his father fired a real gun at him. This instantly made the elder sister sense something was wrong. She rushed over and her younger brother to the ground. Seeing her father still shooting at them, the sister finally realized that after driving for over 3 hours to bring them to this desolate wilderness, he had been looking for an opportunity to get rid of them. To survive, the sister quickly dragged her brother and crawled backward. They didn't stop until they were 20 meters away, and only then did the sister dare to slowly peek her head out to observe. Unfortunately, by then, their father had already disappeared, and the car had been set on fire with gasoline by him. In order to survive, the sister told her brother to stay put while she went to search for supplies near the car. She knew in her heart that they had to get back to the city as soon as possible, otherwise they would surely die of thirst or starvation in this uninhabited desert. Soon, night fell. After walking all day, the siblings were extremely thirsty, but they hadn't had time to grab any water when they fled. To conserve energy, they endured the thirst and went to sleep early. As soon as dawn broke the next day, the sister took her brother and continued their journey. To get a clear understanding of the surrounding terrain, she decided to climb to the top of a hill. She almost slipped and fell halfway up, but they proceeded carefully and finally made it to the top with great effort. However, the scene before them made them heartbroken. All they could see were hills upon hills, with no sign of the city. What was even more terrifying was that they had no water with them. They had to find a water source as soon as possible. They walked for a long time but couldn't find any water. Having no other choice, they stopped to rest and conserve energy. Luckily, the sister found a few drops of water in a broken can and quickly gave them to her brother. After a short rest, the siblings continued their journey. At first, the boy was curious about everything around him and followed his sister closely. But in the scorching desert, his body quickly lost water. After crossing a slope, the boy stumbled and fell to the ground. Seeing her brother lying there, barely able to move, the sister quickly picked up the scattered supplies and kept encouraging him to move forward. But her brother, who hadn't eaten for 3 days, had no strength left. Helpless, the sister had to carry her brother on her back and keep going. After walking for an unknown amount of time, the sister suddenly spotted a patch of green vegetation ahead. At first, she thought she was hallucinating, but when her brother also saw the vegetation, they hurried over. The siblings never expected that there was not only an abundance of water here but also wild fruits growing on the trees. The starving brother didn't hesitate to drink some water and pick up the wild fruits that had fallen into the water to eat. It wasn't until the sister saw birds eating the same fruits that she realized they were not poisonous, and then she let her brother eat with confidence. As a result, the siblings, who hadn't eaten for days, had a full meal and then lay down and fell into a deep sleep. However, what they never expected was that when the sun rose the next day, the entire ditch of water from yesterday had seeped away. What was even worse was that they had only focused on drinking water the previous day and hadn't stored any from the ditch. To conserve as much energy as possible, the sister lay down on the ground without a word, and she and her brother rested under the scorching sun. But when the siblings woke up, they suddenly noticed a wild man not far away, holding a spear and hunting a lizard crawling on the ground.